Yo, what's up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm bringing you all the top 10 classic weapons I want to see return in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, just because every time you prestige an IW, you get a classic weapon token, which rewards you with, of course, a classic weapon. So every time you prestige, you get a new classic weapon each time, and there are 10 prestiges, so people are assuming that since there's 10 prestiges, there's going to be 10 classic weapons for you to unlock. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and make this video and just give you guys my top 10 favorite guns from the Infinity War titles, like going from COD 4, MW2, and MW3. I kind of doubt that they're going to bring back like Call of Duty Ghost weapons. I would assume it's going to be like COD 4 up until MW3, but who knows. But basically, this is going to be my entire list of the top 10 classic weapons from MW2, MW3, and COD 4 that I want. And comment down below right now. Just comment down below a weapon that you want that is from an Infinity War game, because I doubt that they're going to bring back like generic weapons or even sledgehammer guns. So comment down below just guns you want to see in Infinite Warfare. So with that said, let's get right into my top 10. And number 10 goes to the G36C here from COD 4. This weapon you guys are seeing gameplay with on screen. And the reason why I want this one is just because I just love the way it looks. I love the damage of it, and I hope that when they bring back these classic weapons, that they have these same exact like iron sights, they have the same exact damage and just everything, because it wouldn't be really like classic. There would be no point at all bringing back these classic weapons if they didn't have these same exact stats and all that stuff. So I hope they stay true to this, and I specifically want the COD 4 G36C, not the MW3 one. And by the way, comment down below, like for example, if you want the ACR back, which ACR do you want back, the MW2 ACR or the MW3 ACR? Because there's tons of like different like there's tons of the same weapon in different Infinity War games, like there's the MP5 in each Infinity War game too. So it's like, which one do you want? So I want specifically this G36C from COD 4. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite guns here in COD 4. I always love to use it, but that's pushing my number 10 spot, the amazing G36C. So now moving on to my number 9 spot, I want the MP5 specifically from Call of Duty 4, this game here, just because out of the MW2 version and MW3 version, this one's my favorite, and it's just like one of my favorite guns here in COD 4, and I cannot wait to use this in Modern Warfare Remastered because it is such a great weapon. It's like one of the most iconic SMGs here in Call of Duty. Like there has been different types of versions of the MP5 in like most Call of Duty games, like Black Ops 1, of course MW2, MW3, COD 4. I believe it was in Black Ops 2, but only for zombies. But like the MP5 is just so iconic, but I just love the COD 4 one the most, and I hope it does return. But moving on to my number 8 spot, guys, I want the P90 back, the MW3 P90, just because I remember I just love this weapon so much way back in MW3's prime in 2011. I used it so much way back then. I just remember seeing tons of YouTube videos about this gun. This is an awesome weapon from MW3. I wouldn't mind MW2s or like COD 4s, but I just would like this one here because I love the iron sights especially. I just love the recoil pattern. Just this one's perfect in my opinion. Out of like all the P90s that have been in Call of Duty, this one's my favorite. But that's pretty much in the number 8 spot, the P90 from Call of Duty MW3. Next up on the number 7 spot, I want the Spaz 12 or Spaz 12, however you pronounce it, and from MW2 specifically, because in my opinion this is the best shotgun in MW2 and the best shotgun in Call of Duty. Like this is such a great shotgun. It is powerful, the range and the damage is just absurd, and if they do bring this back, I want it to be the exact copy and paste overpowered. Like that's what made these classic weapons all fun, is just because they're so powerful and they're like so OP, you know, like they, like I said earlier, they wouldn't be classic at all if they didn't have these same exact like damage output and such, because I'm pretty sure most guns you guys do comment down below are like extremely OP. So yeah, definitely it's just so much fun in MW2, and I hope it does return. I think it actually is, because I saw some gameplay of the new Zombies map, Zombies in Spaceland. I swear I saw the Spaz 12 in the like mystery box. I saw it. I swear I did. So I think it's returning, and I hope it's just the exact same copy and paste, because this shotgun feels amazing. So coming up with the number 6 spot, I want the AK-74U here from Call of Duty 4 because this has to be my favorite gun in COD 4, either this or the G36C, and we rarely get to see this weapon in multiplayer. I believe the only 2 CODs we've seen this weapon appear in has been Black Ops 1 and COD 4 only. I think I'm right about that. I know we saw this weapon in MW3, I believe so, in some campaign missions, and we saw it in Black Ops 2 as like in zombies only, but as for Infinity Ward games, it has only been MW2 and I think MW3, but only in the campaign. But besides that point, this gun is awesome, guys. I just cannot fathom how much I like this weapon so much, and I just really hope that this gun does return in Infinite Warfare because it's such a cool gun. So coming at the number 5 spot, I want the UMP-45 from Call of Duty MW2. Just the silenced UMP-45 with stopping power is such an amazing combination, guys. And I know we're getting a UMP-like weapon in IW. If you guys didn't know, it's called, I believe, the HVR. I believe it's called that, but I'll bring you guys some gameplay of that later on if it's in the Infinite Warfare beta this week. But yeah, we're getting that weapon. It's sort of like the UMP-45. It has the same exact like design and such, but it's a futuristic version of it, but it's not the same thing, you know. Like, this gun destroys, guys. It's so good in MW2. If this weapon has been only in MW2 and MW3, I believe, and that's really it. It has not been in any copy besides those 2, but the MW2 version of this is insane. So I want this to return. I hope it does return because it's such an iconic weapon and one of the best guns in Call of Duty history. So coming up with the number 4 spot, I want the Modern Warfare 3 ACR because this is just such a ridiculous weapon. It's so overpowered. It's the most used weapon here in MW3. This and the iconic MP7 too, just so infamous here in this game. I'd rather have this one than the ACR from MW2 because I don't know, I prefer this one. I just didn't have enough playtime with the MW2 ACR to like make my decision like which one I want, but I just want this one because I like the iron sights better on this one. I just love the feel of this one more than the MW2 one, and I think it's just like, I don't know, maybe better. They both have no recoil. They both kill insanely fast. So it's like they're both the same thing pretty much. And this one would be insane to see back in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And I hope it does return because it's such a crazy weapon. It's silenced golden ACR, that overused weapon in Call of Duty MW3, man. You see this in every single lobby. So next up at the number 3 spot, I want the AK-47 from Call of Duty MW2. This one specifically just because this is my favorite AK out of like all the AK variations that have been in Call of Duty, like just from the very beginning since COD 4. This just has been my favorite and always will be my favorite because I just love everything about this weapon, the iron sights, the damage, just the recoil pattern. This is just like the perfect AK in my opinion. It's my favorite one, and I will just hope to see this one in specific, but every AK is pretty much good in any COD. Like the A94 is sort of like one, and the AK-12 from Ghost, that one's pretty good. The AK-12 and the AK-47 MW3 is okay. The AK-47 in COD 4 is really good, but this, out of every AK that's been in every single COD game, this is my favorite one. And I hope it does return, specifically this one, because I love using this weapon every time I hop on MW2. So coming at the number 2 spot, I want the MP7 from MW3 just because this weapon has not appeared in many Call of Duty games at all. Like, this weapon, unlike the AK, it has not been in every single COD since COD 4. This has only been in MW3 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and that is it. And it's pretty sad to see that, you know. I hope this weapon does return in IW and even Black Ops 3. I think that Black Ops 3 will at least get one more weapon drop, and I think if they do, I think this will return. But besides that point, this MP7 from MW3 is an absolute monster. No recoil machine, laser beam. It's just insanely easy to use, and like the second most overused weapon in MW3, and I want that back just so bad because it's just such a great weapon. But coming up the number 1 spot, guys, you guys see the gun on screen right now, the Scar H from MW2. This gun seems to never return in any Call of Duty game ever, just because it's only been in 3 3 CODs, MW2, Black Ops 2, and MW3 as the Scar L, and that's it. It's just pretty disappointing because this is actually my favorite gun in Call of Duty, the Scar H. It's just such an outstanding weapon, especially here in MW2, because it has like little to no recoil. The damage is like insane with this weapon, so I just hope that this gun does return. This is like my most wanted weapon behind the MP7, but that's pretty much my top 10, guys. Comment down below your top 10 classic weapons that you want to see back in Infinite Warfare, and I hope you guys all enjoy this one, and I'll see you on the next one. So peace out.